The theory that shock rocker Marilyn Manson is actually Paul Pfeiffer, the nerdy best friend of Kevin Arnold from the beloved TV series The Wonder Years, is one of the most enduring and bizarre urban legends to come out of the 1990s. This rumor suggests that after the show ended, the actor who played Paul, a character known for his awkward demeanor and thick-rimmed glasses, transformed into the controversial and provocative music icon known for his dark image and theatrical performances. I need to come clean. I used to believe this theory. Yes, even Mr. Conspiracy Fox believed in conspiracy. So let's get started, shall we? Wonder Years aired from 1988 to 1993 and depicted the life of a young boy, Kevin Arnold, growing up in suburban America during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Paul Pfeiffer, played by actor Josh Saviano, was Kevin's best friend, known for his intelligence, slight build, and often shy personality. As the show gained popularity, so did the rumor that Saviano, after his child acting career ended, reinvented himself as Marilyn Manson, shocking the world with his extreme music and appearance. Marilyn Manson, whose real name is Brian Hugh Warner, emerged in the early 1990s as the frontman of the band Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids. Known for his controversial lyrics, disturbing stage presence, and persona that blended elements of horror and goth culture, Manson quickly became a polarizing figure in the music industry. His breakout album, Antichrist Superstar, released in 1996, solidified his status as a countercultural icon. The rumor that Manson and Saviano were the same person gained traction due to the physical resemblance between the two, both being slender, fair-skinned, and possessing distinct facial features. The theory persisted in the pre-internet era, with many people taking it at face value despite the lack of evidence. It wasn't until the late 1990s and early 2000s that the rumor was definitively debunked, as both Manson and Saviano publicly addressed the misconception. Welcome to Conspiracy Fox, where we dig into the weirdest and wildest conspiracy theories out there. Today, we're exploring the bizarre and nostalgic rumor that Marilyn Manson, the infamous shock rocker, is actually Paul from the Wonder Years. Could the man behind hits like The Beautiful People really be the same person who played Kevin Arnold's geeky best friend? Before we get into the truth behind this pop culture mystery, remember that this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We're here to investigate these theories critically, not to spread misinformation. If you're intrigued by celebrity secrets and cultural conspiracies, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more from Conspiracy Fox. The theory. The theory claims that Josh Saviano, who played Paul Pfeiffer on The Wonder Years, grew up to become Marilyn Manson, the controversial musician known for his dark, gothic style and provocative performances. Proponents of the theory point to a few key factors as evidence of this unlikely transformation. Physical resemblance. The most cited piece of evidence is the physical similarity between Paul Pfeiffer's appearance and Marilyn Manson's look, particularly in the early years of his career. Both have slender builds, prominent facial features, and a fair complexion. Fans who subscribe to the theory argued that with the addition of makeup and a drastic change in style, the transformation from Saviano to Manson seemed plausible. Lack of publicity for Saviano. After The Wonder Years ended in 1993, Josh Saviano largely disappeared from the public eye. He chose not to pursue a career in acting and instead focused on his education, eventually becoming a lawyer. This absence from the entertainment industry fueled the rumor, as people wondered what happened to the actor and speculated that he had re-emerged in a completely new persona. Manson's contrarian persona, Marilyn Manson's public image as a rebellious and controversial figure, seemed like the ultimate departure from the wholesome, nerdy character of Paul Pfeiffer. This stark contrast made the idea of Saviano breaking bad and reinventing himself as a shock rocker even more compelling to some fans, who saw it as a form of radical transformation or rebellion against his child star image. Tabloid and media speculation. The rumor was perpetuated by tabloids and media outlets during the 1990s, with some publications humorously speculating about the alleged connection. Without the easy fact-checking capabilities of the internet, such stories were often taken at face value and spread rapidly through word of mouth and sensationalized reporting. Despite the theory's popularity, it was ultimately debunked by both Marilyn Manson and Josh Saviano. Saviano publicly addressed the rumor multiple times, clarifying that he had no connection to Manson and was pursuing a career in law. Manson also refuted the claim in interviews, often humorously dismissing the idea. The confusion was likely exacerbated by the lack of clear public information about Saviano's post-acting career and the enigmatic nature of Manson's rise to fame. Analysis of the theory. Let's break down the theory that Marilyn Manson is actually Paul Pfeiffer from the Wonder Years. Is there any truth to this pop culture myth, or is it just another case of mistaken identity gone viral? We'll look at the arguments for and against this unlikely transformation. Supporting arguments. Physical similarities. At first glance, the physical resemblance between a young Josh Saviano and Marilyn Manson, particularly in terms of facial structure, could be seen as striking. Fans of the theory often pointed to photos comparing Paul Pfeiffer's appearance on The Wonder Years to early images of Manson, arguing that they could easily be the same person with different styling. The theory capitalized on the before and after appeal, showing how drastically one's image could change over time. Manson's secretive early life. Marilyn Manson's real identity, Brian Warner, was not widely known during the early days of his career. This, combined with his cultivated aura of mystery and shock, made him an ideal candidate for wild speculation. For those unfamiliar with his backstory, the idea that he might have been a former child actor seemed plausible, adding an unexpected twist to his persona. Absence of Saviano in media. After the Wonder Years, Josh Saviano chose to leave acting and live a more private life, pursuing a career in law. His absence from the public eye made it easier for the rumor to spread, as there were few updates or public appearances to contradict the claim that he had become Marilyn Manson. The scarcity of information about his post-acting career fed into the myth that he had transformed into the infamous rocker. Cultural fascination with radical transformations. The idea that a nerdy child actor could grow up to become a rebellious and shocking figure like Marilyn Manson is appealing because it plays into the notion of radical personal transformation. This narrative fits into a broader fascination with breaking free from past identities and reinventing oneself in dramatic ways, making the theory all the more enticing. Counterarguments. Proven identities. Marilyn Manson's real name is Brian Hugh Warner, and his background is well documented. Born in 1969 in Canton, Ohio, Warner's life story is completely separate from that of Josh Saviano, who was born in 1976 in New York. There is no overlap in their histories, and both have provided ample evidence of their distinct identities. Josh Saviano's career path. After the Wonder Years, Saviano attended Yale University and became a lawyer, specializing in intellectual property law. He has been very public about his career path and life choices, consistently denying any involvement with Marilyn Manson. His professional and personal records clearly show that he is not, and never was, the rock star. Public denials from both parties. Both Marilyn Manson and Josh Saviano have publicly addressed and refuted the rumor multiple times. Manson has humorously dismissed the idea, while Saviano has made it clear that he has no connection to the music industry. Their consistent and transparent denials leave little room for ambiguity. Internet fact-checking. With the rise of the internet and social media, it has become much easier to verify information and debunk rumors. The theory that Manson is Saviano has been thoroughly discredited by fans, journalists, and both individuals themselves, thanks to more accessible and reliable sources of information. Misconceptions and media myths. The rumor about Marilyn Manson being Paul Pfeiffer is a classic example of how media myths and urban legends can take on a life of their own. The theory's persistence, despite clear evidence to the contrary, shows how celebrity culture and the hunger for sensational stories can perpetuate false narratives. Probability rating. Chances of the theory being real. 0%. Chances of the theory being fake, 100%. In conclusion, the idea that Marilyn Manson is actually Paul from the Wonder Years is nothing more than a humorous and nostalgic urban legend. While it's fun to imagine such an unlikely transformation, the facts make it clear that Josh Saviano and Marilyn Manson are two entirely different people with separate lives and careers. If you've got your own thoughts on this theory, or want to share some other pop culture myths we should cover, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Conspiracy Fox for more deep dives into the world's strangest theories. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.